Hi everyone, welcome to Midwest Midas Mining. I'm Matt. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I've built my own speed pan out of silicone. Let me give you a shot of it here. So if you've ever seen a speed panning competition, the pans they use are very nearly flat, and they've got these grooves and ridges in them, and when they pan it out they keep everything very flat. Just try to shake all the heavies down to get caught, and they try to do that very quickly. So I thought, well, why not try to make one out of silicone myself and see how well that works. Obviously this is just a prototype. You can see that I've got it screwed to a piece of plywood, but yeah, really all I'm looking for today is kind of a proof of concept. So I'm just going to start out, not unclassified material. We're going to try one shovel first and see how that looks. Hopefully I can move a lot of material with this and it works. Let's give it a shot. Alright, so the trick here is to get it in the water, just shake it, shake it, shake it. Clean off the big rocks. You're gonna keep the pan as flat as possible. Shake it, swirl it, swirl it, swirl it. Clean the big rocks off, and done. Is there any gold in here? I don't know yet. Let's drop it in a green pan and let's take a look. Yes, we've got one piece in the pan. This camera is horrible at close-ups, so I guess you're just gonna have to take my word for it for the moment. There is a piece of gold in the pan, so I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue to put material on the prototype, wash it out, and this time I'll try 5 shovels full before I pan it out in the normal pan. Alright, so I just zipped through about 5 of these prototype pans, and I mean, I went through it like that in no time flat, way faster than panning a normal pan. The results look promising. Let me show you. What I'd like to do now is just set up real quick and take you through the whole process and see what it looks like in real time. See how much time it actually takes me to do 5 of these. And time. All right, as you can see, I did 5 proto pans, roughly 2 shovelfuls per pan, and it took me 4 minutes. So let's pan that out in the normal pan and see what the results look like. So I think these results look pretty impressive. I counted 8 pieces, and that included some tiny pieces. I'll show you. You can see, maybe not, but there's a ton of black sand in here. There's ironstone. There's a piece of lead shot. It's catching the heavies. Like, the heavies are falling out. Seems to be working out pretty slick. Hey, if you're finding this content at all educational or entertaining, please consider hitting that like button. I was gonna run a whole lot more before I came back to you guys, but this just seems so cool that I had to bring you back. So I did another 5 proto pans, you know, roughly 10 shovels full, and let me show you what I got. I've been at this a little while. Let's talk about the pros and cons so far of my proto pan. Start with the cons. So far, you know, it is possible that I'm losing gold off the edge during the initial shake. Something else, and that's due to the size. You know, this is just a proof of concept. If I were to make a quote real one, it would be larger, but as it is, I can't get a whole lot of material onto it. 2 shovels full, which is not bad. Those are the only cons that I've come up with so far. The pros, the number 1 pro is there's no classifying. You dump whatever on here, and once you get it in the water, the big rocks just roll right off. Pro number 2, this pan can be used in extremely shallow water, much more shallow than a normal pan. And pro number 3, which I think outweighs the con, is I could do way more pans full than I could with a normal pan, so it doesn't really matter if I'm losing a little bit off the edge initial shaking. I'm gonna continue to test this thing, but I like it so far. Well, I only have a short amount of time at the creek here today, but with what I've done so far, I'm really impressed. I know it's just a prototype. I know the conditions on this creek are not necessarily indicative of the conditions in other places. So far, I'm liking this. Let me show you how much material I've chewed through here. I've opened up this big hole, and it's fairly deep, and that's all been speed penning with my proto pan. Anyway, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I will show you all the gold I got with my proto pan at the end, but thank you for joining me on this special adventure, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.